Welcome to the Noita hip bursitis and antidepressant withdrawal challenge, where we try and beat Noita before I kill myself. And I do believe that this time we got it. Or before my hip hernias. I do believe that this is the run. This is like my 30th attempt today. To no avail whatsoever. I'm currently drenched in cold sweats. I'm simultaneously shivering and soaking my clothes in sweat, which is a surprisingly unpleasant experience. Okay. Pretty decent start. Grab this. And then head back up. Grab the orb. The little orby warby. I thought that was about to bounce right back into my face. What is this? Freezing circle. You can use this to kill the boss, because things that are frozen take a stupendous amount of melee damage, so if I just kick him in the face after freezing him, that's the end of the game. Truly, this game is like, make it to the final boss and then have the most anticlimactic fight of your life, because the only way you could possibly make it to the end is by having some sort of gear that's so powerful that you'd be able to just one-shot the boss. Because the whole game, outside of the final boss fight, is just 100 times harder. Oh, please, stop that. Stupid clips. I like this little bench that nature has provided. I am sitting on it. Or standing, depending on how you feel. Okay, it's time to use the kablooey bombers. Kapow! That was a little bit too early. 1 and 2. I'm gonna choose to... I want to drop off the tablet on top of the altar. So if you do that, you get cash money. Okay, you know what? That's enough trying for me. We're on a timer here. This time is no joke. Whoa. That's pretty sick. That's a little bit less sick. My water bottle is in front of my screen. One day I should do like a face cam or something. Like, make weird facial expressions and stuff like I do. Me and my autism. Sometimes I'm like, man, why don't people understand me? And then I actually like look at my behavior and I'm like, oh, of course they don't. But I can't do anything about that really, or at least it's a very, very slow process. These are some pretty hefty enemies down here. Oh, but I get to show off something super cool about this. Nom 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 nom. Munch the purple fungi. Begin to see reality as it truly is. Eagle deaf. Oh, this time we got TNT right off the start. Slime potion. Not the worst, not the best. It will put out fires, which is really all I need that flask for. Fire is super deadly. And my phone is on. Just no good. Shining lights in my peripheral vision will only confuse me. And 2. This time I might be able to make it up. I think so. Perfect. I'll throw this emerald tablet. It says, "'Tis true without lying, certain and most true, That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to do the miracles of one only thing. And as all things have been and arose from one, by the mediation of one, so all things have their birth from this one thing by adaptation. Some good old Spinoza pantheist type stuff. Or really just, well, this is like alchemy based, which is very Western Christian adapted. Super interesting stuff, really. The Hermetic tradition is very interesting, but I don't know enough to be talking much. I just watch YouTube and trip balls, dude. Them secrets of the universe are innate, but explaining them isn't quite as innate. Try not to get nuked this time. Try not to burn or anything, really. Just with a heart in it? Nope. But gold is welcome. Gold is a welcome addition to the club. Accelerating. Start going fast. Hopefully not run face first into a bomb in that fashion. Upsy daisy. In fire again. It actually shocks me, like, how strange it is for Christians to, like, understand the idea that if everything is created, then everything is constantly connected to the creator. Like, the universe can't exist as a separate thing in their worldview. Like, their whole idea is that something didn't come from nothing. So everything is that something. It is an adaptation or a change of the one substance. But that seems almost blasphemous to some of them. Like, that was Spinoza's idea. Spinoza was like, if there's this intangible mind, and then there's the physical, and then there's also the divine, how could these three things interact with each other if they weren't the same thing? Which makes total sense. It's the same way, like, in physics. All of the forces of physics, all of the fields of the standard model were once one thing. When the energy in the universe was at its highest, when the universe first started, all of those forces were one single unified force. There was no separation. It was only as the energy cooled that these different forces, or what seems to be different forces anyways, began to become apparent. Which is super interesting. So even on like a non-metaphysical level, Spinoza really had a really good idea about what was going on in reality. And Plato, I think, had some pretty similar ideas. I'm going to die. Oh, I'm right. There's a lot of spiders and I really want their gold. But it might cost me everything. Okay. Oh. TNT is just a safer option here. This will do. I think I'm just going to get rid of the slime, because being slimed is no fun. 32 HP, not bad. First zone is a little bit slow, but so super interesting that this idea of unity with the divine is very, very strange in Western culture, but if you go to the Eastern culture, that's like the only thing they believe. Like that's it. There's like nothing else. That's like the most base truth. Like the final realization is that the so-called Buddha mind or God mind is one with the everyday mind, because it is the will of the infinite that anything finite exists. It couldn't be any other way. If you have one, then you have to have the other. They arise together. So you find a lot of crazy people in like mental hospitals and stuff who had this delusion that they were God, which is so funny to me because it just seems like they were starting to understand what Spinoza and the Buddhists, the Taoists, so many cultures were getting at. There's a lot, and yet, well, understandably so, this in itself can cause a lot of distress, but I think that causes distress solely because of the way our society views things. You know, we have this horrible shame complex where we're this like evil separateness from nature and the universe, and the universe is something exterior, and just we're not a part of it, we're separate, and it's not a part of us, which is so silly. It doesn't make any sense from any standpoint. No matter which way you look at it, when you think about it enough, all illusions of separation dissolve. And everything just is. They, like, just on the merest of scientific levels, you are an amalgamation of energy, or atoms, which are really fluctuations in quantum energy fields. And these fields extend throughout all of space. They are all of existence. There is no boundary. Denied that guy's little attempt to blow me up. It's pretty beautiful. That was not enough water. Yikes. Close calls, close calls. Glad I didn't die a stupid death. That would have made me sad. Acid cloud, explosion, teleport. Oh, cool. I'll grab this, this, and this. I don't really care about teleporting cast. Firebolt. I don't really care about that either. I don't need this torch right now. So this does 345. This is 1838. Do you run out of mana? Very slowly. This might be interesting though, because of its much slower cast delay. Okay, we're gonna teleport here. We need a trigger to make use of this explosion properly. Get the torch, thankfully. I can use the torch to get through some tough spots. I'm just gonna get this, because why not? Those guardians of the holy mountains really do a lot of damage. I'd just rather not deal with them. I must have died like 4 or 5 times today. I recorded a bunch of runs, but sometimes I'm just lazy. Well, I don't know. I kind of tend to make content in bursts. And, well, I'm trying to stabilize the bursts so that I can have a little bit more of a consistent approach. So I think that's very important. So most creators will say consistency is the most important thing. If any of you guys found what I was talking about earlier interesting, I highly recommend looking into Carl Jung's experience that he detailed in his Red Book. They're very interesting, as he kind of experienced the dissolution of all of the resistance to existence being manifest of divine, and in doing so he changed a lot, and you know, like, his sense of hatred and shame all dissipated. It was probably my favorite book. I haven't finished it yet because every time I read it, I read like 2 pages and then I'm like, wow. And then I don't want to read anymore. I just want to think about what I read and experience life. The book itself kind of tells you you shouldn't be reading a book if you're looking for answers, because the answers are right there. And that's like the whole point of the book, is Carl Jung realizing that the answers are right there. That was a lot of damage that I could not afford to take. Eek, 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 eek. Okay, we're good. I don't really want to stand here. Yep. That was a death waiting to happen if that guy just shot the little explosive there. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Uh-oh. Almost ended up in the same trouble. Bomb, 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 bomb. Is that a bomb? Yep, that is a bomb. Thought so. I was pretty confused at first. It's taking so long to explode. I was about to go back next to it and be like, oh, can I pick you up? That would have been the end of the run. Thankfully, we're still here. And our Noita-ing will have to happen later. This guy has health. Hey. I really like progressive metal. That's like my favorite genre of music, and maybe also my favorite genre of thing in general. I don't think anything has had such a profound impact on my life. I think for most of my life I had, or at least recently, I guess, once I started growing up and kind of outgrowing the people that I once identified with, and that led to a lot of isolation, and isolation led to even quicker growth, which just kind of spurned this cycle of feeling more distanced from people. I should not be kicking this. This thing will explode randomly. I don't know why I'm just like kicking it like that's not a thing. Levitadium? I can mix this. Okay. Here, I'm gonna try something pretty stupid. Just slide this over a little bit. It's like a... Are you kidding me? Actually, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. I need to, like, use it anyways. I need to put it in this flask to make something new, because alchemy. So we mix acceleratium in with this. We get hastium, which is like acceleratium and levitadium combined. So it gives bonus, I don't even know, bonus something. bonus speed and levitation. Yeah. I don't know why my brain struggled so hard to figure out what the bonus was, but every so often the mind does a loop-de-looping. Very fascinating little device. To be cautious, I don't have too much HP. This is pretty good though. What am I at now? 185? Yep, I'm good with that. I'm standing in lava, but we're safe. I don't know if that was stupid or not. I guess it was stupid actually. Because this casts 2 grenades, two TNTs at once. Let's see what I can do here. Timer is good. Timer I can use with the explosives. Oh, nope, not in a shuffle one though. That will kill me. But now, see, this little timer. So it casts another spell after a timer runs out. So it grabs the next spell in the block and then casts it. But explosion is a very expensive spell, so I can't use this often. But I could use it as like an emergency kind of thing. I could even add damage. So this does 68 damage, so now it's bonus damage. However, if this touches me, I'm dead. 141. Decent. And we can do this. There's also Explosion of Brimstone, which is like explosion, like the other explosion. Just a little bit cooler. I'm not really seeing any possible use for this, but the Lucky Minion is very powerful, and I think I'll just use this. I'm gonna try using the Explosion of Brimstone instead. I don't think this one can hurt me. Oh, it can. Good to know, good to know. Still, this is a little bit of a more responsible use of my mana. And this is grenade. Not grenade, but teleport. Okay, I see where my things are. Uh-oh. Would you look at that? All of my health is gone. It only took like literally 2 seconds. Maybe this wand's not the brightest of wands to pick. Okay, I thought that was an enemy just phasing through space and time. Please stop setting me on fire, I beg. So much for my little escape route there. Okay. That kid got me. Now this is trouble. Especially this little rocket fella. Big issue. Big issue. Now we can put water in here. One down. We have made dire mistakes. Oh, no. Go away. It looks like we won't be getting too much loot in this level. And I don't have any, like, solid DPS, so I really should be playing it slower. So, yeah, it's time to go home. Eat. Ah! And that usually does 25 damage, so I really shouldn't have survived. Oh, whatever. Homebound. There's a lot of rats following. There are a lot of interesting things here. This could not be a better mountain. Except for the fact that we don't have any kind of useful wands. So this trigger is better than the timer because, or at least in my opinion, or in this use case, the trigger will cast it on collision. This one is a double trigger, so it casts the next two. I only have one, so it just, nothing happens. Because it can't wrap to itself. Normally, say, how can I show this? Here. So this, there's only one after it, one after the trigger. It will go to the start of the magazine and see if there's another one. But if it's already at the start of the magazine, and here, modifiers don't count as a spell, so it just kind of skips it. If I do this here, it will be wrapping around back to itself, so it just won't do that. This double trigger is good. I don't really need this. Is it energy sphere with trigger? Energy orb with trigger, which is decent digging, honestly. I'm gonna grab both of these. I don't really need. This is extra 50% health. I do not mind. I do not mind if I do. Okay, we're gonna go very slow here because this is the place where I die 100% of the time. That guy was a healer, but whatever. This is garbage. It does have homing though. There are so many enemies here. Maybe I can make use of this. I think this might not be as garbage as it seems. Yep, I was right. Because the homing plus the prickly spore pod means that all of these home onto the enemies. In fact, this is likely the best thing I could have possibly gotten in this particular scenario. Like, look at them. Everything gone. And I took 2 damage in total. I guess that guy's immune to explosion damage, which makes sense because he's like a bomber. Not sure where that electricity came from. Oh, I see. It's the bar. Propane tanks must be destroyed in advance. And if I end up uploading any of the runs that I did earlier today, later, probably do this one first, just because it's, I know it isn't boring. Ow. That had 50 damage? Holy moly. Yeah, we are in trouble now. Not quite. Far from ideal, but far from bad. Gigadisc. Oh, Omega Saw Blade. Concentrated explosion. This I want. I'm actually gonna throw away my digging for it. Ah, do I really care about this? This is actually a really good wand too. It's not ideal, but it has a spell cast of 2, always cast 2, like this one here. But I can make it work, I'm sure. Pretty decent amount of HP. Lord. Ow. I'm out of mana. Now it's time for the spores again. Yikes, those spores do a lot of damage to me. Didn't really consider that before. Thank you, Mr. Minion. Oh, what a beyond problematic location. I don't know why and how I got out of that unscathed. Ow. Should I stop blowing myself up? Oh, all this gold. give to me. Gold for our blood. I'm noticing I'm already getting better at like talking just from doing these gameplays. Because there's no constriction on, or I'm learning to take off the constriction on my thoughts, because I have to put it on every other time that I'm existing currently. I haven't found that safe spot yet where I can totally exist without consequence. And I get the sentiment of just always wanting to be yourself no matter what. However, in practice, that leads to more bad than good oftentimes. So you have to find when to do that. And this is like the perfect spot. And it's good to be able to do that. And it's not fair that so many of us have to continually conceal ourselves. I don't think it's healthy. But people are just so judgmental these days that there's nothing you can do. Judgmental, close-minded. Everyone thinks they've got it all figured out. Let's see what I can do here. So this is extremely more. Ew. Okay, let's not shoot ourselves in the face. Now it's doing 63 damage per hit. Yeah, it's not really ideal. I wish I had more cast. I wish I took that. I wish I saved that extra wand capacity, because I could go back and get it, though I don't really have a means of digging. I'd find a way. Quadcast. No shuffle. Let's see what else we have here. This is trash. This is busted. This is actually insanely perfect. So always cast explosive projectile plus concentrated explosion fiery and then one more explosive projectile. This should do an obscene amount of damage. Not as much as I thought. Am I running out of mana? 30, 40, 5, 15, 10. I shouldn't be. 15, that's 20, 60, 90, 100. No, it should cast everything. It's odd that it's not doing the double damage. It should be doing double damage. I see what's going on here. I would need to put the explosive projectile here if I want to do that bonus damage. There we go. 385, 385. Good engineer skills. Now I could put an add mana. I kind of want to speed it up, honestly. This projectile's going so slowly. So I'll put this here. This here. I'm gonna reroll. I'm going to reroll again. That's garbage. Total garbage. Just not what I wanted. Hey, 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 hey. We do not like being on fire. Hey, 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 hey. So cruel. I guess I can do this. 20. Because it's a double trigger. Or I think the maximum would be this way. I get the most bang for my buck. But I'm not sure if I'd be able to cast everything. This is 30, 40, 80, 85, 100, 103, 133, 3 extra mana. Can't do that. So we can just do this. 405 damage. Very pretty. Very high quality awesomeness. There were 2 always cast explosive projectiles here. And this one, is it better? No? That's what the voices are telling me, so I'll just roll with that. Do I want to add the mana? Okay. It literally doesn't matter. I would need to reduce cast delay, if anything. This is +8 cast delay, +25, +5, +17, +7. Yeah, it's a lot of cast delay to be having. Ow! What did I do wrong there? Explosive projectile and luminous drill does not seem like a good idea. So how would I reduce the cast delay here? At the start? I'm not really noticing a difference. Now if I move this here, then Lumi. Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. Okay. I'm struggling to solve this puzzle. I'm going to give up. We should have no issue getting around now. Though I wish I brought some, like, digging. But I can go back. I didn't collapse the mountain. Hey, why'd that happen? Oh! I've already made a mistake here. There's one too many energy spheres. And I wonder if that had something to do with why it wasn't working before. I'm very glad that didn't collapse. I was cutting it pretty close there. Okay. Now if we put the luminous drill, what happens? Nothing at all. Cool. Alrighty then. There's gotta be some kind of digging here. No. Where did I put my TNT? Why did I lose my TNT? The heck? Oh, goodbye mountain. Nice knowing you. Hey, you get out of the ground. Or what I wouldn't do for a reduced recharge time. Then I'd really be packing damage. Though this one-shots everything, so not too worried. I really wish we didn't collapse the mountain. So this is already a pretty big upgrade. No, not really, actually. There's nothing that could upgrade from this. I need 2 explosive projectiles for anything to be nearly as good. And that is pretty rare. Though that does have Earthquake on it, which I could use for a little bit of preliminary digging. Wax. Weird. So these guys here will tell you the location of a secret room where you can find a spell called the End of Everything, and it's very good. Not like tactically good, because all it does is spawn a bunch of super deadly effects, but if you survive all the effects, then you get rewarded with a giant chest, like a greater treasure chest, which contains rare stuff that regular treasure chests usually do not. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, I need to stop shooting enemies that are close to me before I one-shot myself with explosion. That will make me very sad. Oh, look at all that gold. Hey, come back. Am I at the bottom already? Well, that was pretty easy. But this is the place I want to stay for a while because here it is safe, mostly. Except for this poison. Go refill my water bottle. Always good to keep a reusable water bottle on you. This barren soil is very burny. What are you? Always cast... Something is flying towards me at the moment. Something is right above my head. Oh, this is a very bad wand. Someone is shooting acid at me. That thing is no longer. Now there's a worm who has enough health to take a whole shot at that. So this guy's pointing upwards. I think there was another dude pointing upward, pointing down, I think. So we saw the dudes pointing up and down. There'll be one to the left that points right and one to the right that points left. And when you're in the middle of all four, you don't need to find all four. You only need to find 3. But once you have that, you are capable of opening a portal, which you get the portal by I don't know if you noticed before, but there are these little statues in the snowy depths that they had little fingers on them, like these guys with the fingers. And if you kick them, it spawns enemies, and if you kill 3 of them, it drops this thing called a broken spell, and then you bring the broken spell down to the anvil in the layer just below called the Hisi base. And then you use the broken spell on the anvil, and then it turns into the repaired unstable portal. And then you have to cast that portal in line with those statues. And if you try and cast it anywhere else, it doesn't work. Pretty cool. I really like the puzzles in this game. They're very cool. I especially like the ones that involve you eating magic mushrooms in order to see secret things in the walls. That was my favorite one. I'll definitely have to show that one off sometime. I'm sure you guys would appreciate that. Okay. A very open space. Very, very open. Normally there's like more health here. So, oh, almost messed up there. Did I like miss out on a good wand at some point? I feel like I was debating taking a wand and then I was like, I don't have space, but I do have space. I have this whole zone here I don't need anymore. Just gonna open. Did you live that? Nope. You just eat. These guys are suicidal bombers. Very dangerous. This is a busted wand. Hey. Oh, not what I meant to do, but it will work. This is like some powerful dirt. Hey. Fire no more, please. Oh, that was a skilled teleport bolt maneuver. Is this another? No, this is firecrackers. I thought for a second we found yet another bolt of digging. Now this one doesn't have a lot of spell capacity, but it does have a naturally tiny cast delay and recharge time, so I think I'm going to put down the spore pods since they are a danger to my own health. Are you alive? Doesn't look like it. What the heck? Yeah, not the right wand there. Really hope I don't blow myself up. Just my one wish, just don't explode, unfortunately, at a bad time. So it just makes me sad whenever that happens. Like you just want to win Noita, and then you blow up, and you're like, no cool, no cool. This guy can actually kill me super easy. He does like 25 damage on it per tick, and you can like tick every frame, so very dangerous. This one is good, but not good enough. I don't really care about these guys anymore. Health is too low to mess around. Alright, let me get rid of the garbage. I'll keep this. I will toss this. What would firecrackers do if I put it on this? It would make me not able to cast my wand, I think. Hey, get away from me. Yeah, it does more damage without. Very interesting how that works. I don't know. Actually, I think I do know. This is 15 mana. I think that it wouldn't be able to finish the whole block if it's in there. Okay. Now what I need is a trigger spell. And like a chainsaw. Lava to blood. They're begging me to go for a really long run. Darn. I can use that to get to hell. A lot of interesting places, really. Reduce lifetime. I don't see that being useful, but there is a double trigger, which isn't ideal, but it's far from unideal. I will make use of it. Firebolt with trigger, I don't really care for. So this is 16 and 20 with 6 capacity. This is 5. Okay, cool. 1 trigger, 1 luminous drill. What happens if I do that? I think I need like a double or something. Something isn't right here though. Then without. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, same speed. I'm not sure how to speed this up. Definitely not that way. Why is it not, like, doing anything? What is going on here? So now the luminous drill's at the end. I need something that will double up. For now, I don't even have like anything that I can make use of right now. Is this gonna cast at all? Let's see. Nope. It does not have the mana to cast. It would need a lot more. There's no point in changing it because this wand is too unique. Permanent shield. That's a no-brainer. I'm really confused as to why this isn't working. I was really hoping for like a machine gun type spell. Year 640, 205, year 600, 207. I guess we don't really need the luminous drill, it's literally not doing anything. I'll take this out. Nice. Just out of this. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. Yeah, there's literally nothing else I can do. Pretty decent damage. Sure, it's not that, but it is a second wave dealing damage, which is what I really needed. Because only one is not enough right now. It shoots too slow and I will get into trouble. Oh, so much pain so quickly. Luckily, my lucky minion is... Oh, Ugo. Okay. We must end that guy ASAP, or we will no longer exist. So close has the end already befallen us. Oh, there is so much danger here. Okay, one down. I'm standing on metal that can very well kill me at any second. I just have to hope that Ugo doesn't feel like shooting me. Or it is already dead, which is another possibility. See, in those times, it would be better for me to just scroll up a wand and start doing this instead. These are the guys you would have to kill to get the end of everything spell. The guys with the hands there. Probably just gonna tablet. Oh, that is a interaction I have never seen before. There's always something. What is this guy immune to explosion damage? What do we got here? Intense concentrated light. Knockback quadruple spell. This with an odd mana might work. Somewhat. Just want to see what this does. Holy. Ow, my face. Who is hitting me? Oh. Darn, I did not see that guy. I'm a tricky nerd. I could go back. I could go back just to see what's up. I think I will. Ow, my health. I just got electrocuted. You know what? I'm not gonna go back. I'm going to leave now. We are already playing with fire. Go away, please. Go away, please. What a tough cookie. I really don't like these enemies. Doesn't matter though, I am safe. Still no chainsaw or anything, but black hole timer. If I can get that black hole somehow, it'd be good. But I don't know of a way to dig. Well, actually I could dig. Alright, let's just get rid of this stupidity, because this is not ever gonna be sensible to use in this kind of situation. I really don't have anything of value, like in terms of just bettering my current stance, my current build. I have literally nothing. I will grab toxic immunity because any kind of immunity is good, and I will start the drilling. This is a little trick I like to call thievery. Right, to go shoplifting Bartard mode real quick. 39 charge speed, which I guess is enough to offset this. Funny to think about. Please continue dropping. So once these reach like a certain threshold, outside of the mountain, they just become free. Again, another little feature of Noita. And the devs know about all of this, but they just don't fix it because they're just like, ah, new mechanic. I saw a funny comment that was like, the Noita devs looking at this glitch and trying to figure out whether it was intentional or not. We're almost there. This will be worthwhile though. With lava to blood and whatever that other one is. But without Greek letter spells, it's not really that useful. Because these black holes are, I can only have 3 uses. And I don't have unlimited spells or anything, so. I may just not bother trying to do a stupid infinite run. So last time I tried to do that, I died very, very miserably. Like 6 hours in, I just turned into one of those shotgun fellows because of stupid polymorphine juice that turns you into different things and like makes you have their health. So I just caught on fire. There weren't even any enemies nearby, and I just burned to death, and there was literally nothing I could do about it. I just like watched my character slowly burn. Like 6 hours of work slowly dissipate in front of me, and it did not feel good. So, you know, maybe I'll just take the W. You know, to just take the W and not complain. You know, my first W without using the inventory bag mods. They gave me like infinite inventory space. There we go. I should be careful jumping down here because there very well may be enemies. Ah, yes. No enemy, but something just as annoying. A pool of lava. So I just have to like blow all the lava out. And then water. There you go. Black hole with death trigger. Oop. Thought that was the end of me, not gonna lie. Please stick to one of the sides. Nope, I really made those sides smooth. There we go. And up. And I already got my perk. I perk 30. Ow. Almost cramped out my little leg there. I could keep this on deck just because of how powerful it is. Or I could have digging, which I think I'll go with digging. I think digging is the wise choice. Should figure out a way to speed up. What happens if I do this? Very interesting. There's only so much freezing gaze. But, nonetheless, it's better than having it just sitting in my inventory doing nothing. Already kind of struggling figuring my way around. I don't know why I'm going this way. I don't need to. I can just go down. This is a zone where it's just like, get out, get in, get out. Don't stay or you will die. Oh, this guy lived. What is this thing made of? Blast-proof Calvar explosive reactive armor. These guys are bound to these little crystals under. Crystal is gone. Enemy is gone. That is gunpowder. And that is a wand. With always cast teleport on it. And a bunch of hollow shells. Very, very bizarre. I should try a run with like no editing. Just like whatever wand I get, I have to use. That'd be interesting. There's a lot of mods that I could get that would probably make that a little bit more interesting, but I haven't really burned myself out of the base game yet to be worrying about modding. Ouch. Very uncool. That's how I use my black hole here. What? Ow. Super uncool. Who are you? I think that's one of the teleport boulders. Very dangerous enemy. will randomly teleport you somewhere you do not want to be, oftentimes directly into lava. Because this game does not care about your feelings at all. No, there's not a smidgen of compassion. You will get teleported directly into a pit of lava and you will not be able to do anything about it. Okay. There was a time where the freezing gaze came in super clutch. Alright, my hip is starting to hurt again, so we're... Oh, I made tea like an hour ago and forgot about it. Hey, hey! You see that? I grabbed for my tea and immediately that guy's like, ah, he's vulnerable. They know, man, they know. Oh, danger. Danger, danger evermore. Ew. Is this another time where freezing gaze is gonna be super useful? Close enough. Eh, get away from me. Go home. I do not know why I'm sticking around for the gold. I really don't need it. Please go away. This thing, if it pops, will cause me some issues. Uh-oh. No fun. This guy is a swapper. Every time you hit him, he switches positions with you. A little bit disorienting, but far from the worst of things that can occur. These guys are really tough to physics damage. I didn't expect this guy to survive that. Try not to get a boulder on my head. Ew, what a miss. That one actually delivered the payload and kept going. Strange. Or did it? It might have just... That might have been the bolt that I saw. The little bolty bolt. Bolty boltster. Okay, we're just not gonna go up if we don't have to. Yeah, it's the end. And to think all of that and we win. We don't need black holes anymore. Yep. I'm not gonna try and do anything fancy at all. I'm just gonna go inside here. Gonna fill my water flask. And I'm gonna lock in the W. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Well, I guess I should have kept the black hole for the sake of stealing some of these things. Because, a couple of these seem pretty cool. Like red glimmer, explosion of spirits. Red glimmer reduces cast delay, which is exactly what I need. For this particular wand here, there's a nuke. I don't want to even have this close to me. Giant magic missile, I don't need. Magic bolt might be useful. Plasma beam cross, very deadly. Don't want it anywhere near me. Okay, one. Okay, two, but one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's the whole kit and caboodle. Anything else in here that's useful? Magic missile, nuke, plasma beam cross. Nope, none of those are getting used. This is really good if I recall. Explosive detonator. Yeah, that's a good one. It's good because it blows things up for you. I guess I can put the energy orb with trigger here. And it'll be fine. And then once I put freezing gaze on it, it'll be really strong. Okay. Restore, heal, and let's go obliterate Colmy. It should take like 2 shots, maybe 3. High mana, low capacity, close call, or stainless armor. We'll go close call and just try and run right up into his face and tap him. a 1k crit. He's gonna have like 2.2k HP or something, which is not a lot. This thing I've seen do like 1.6k already, but allow us to grab the salt. Hey. Oh, holy. Oh, maybe I should use my eyes and be careful. That shield is very uncool. That was a crit. This guy is very resistant to explosive damage. Let's see how this guy does. Oh. Hope these don't get thrown back at me. Holy moly, what the heck? Oh, again. Oh. Try not to get frozen. This guy is very strong. He is very much causing me issues. But this should be the end right here. Game. Just get rid of these last ones. Oh! Oh! Always something, I tell you. You're never safe. Never ever safe. Oh, golden statue. Complete the work. Falling everything, even the falling credits. Well, that was beautiful. 1 hour, 37 seconds. Absolutely wonderful. My fourth win, first win unmodded. Beautiful. Thank you for watching. Like, for real. Yeah, that gives you a little bit of extra purpose in my life. That's all. Peace.